What's up, y'all? It's your boy AJ, and we're back again with another video. We're gonna rank our top 10 favorite romance films. I got my lovely wife Staci with me. We about to get into this ranking. We about to do this, so let's go! Actually, this is the same setting, but a few weeks ago I dropped the romance comedies, our top 10 romance comedies, and now we're going to talk about our favorite romance films. Take out the comedy, just give us the dramas. So yeah, like we're gonna do this. So once again, start with my lovely guest. What is your 10th film on the list?
Number 10 is a movie called About Time. It has Rachel McAdams in it, and I forget the other guy's name.
Isn't it General Hux from?
Yes, from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't know your name. But that movie is...
He's done a lot of stuff.
That movie is really romantic to me. Like, he's like a time traveler. He learned from his father how to be a time traveler. And when he first meets Rachel McAdams, he keeps going back to, like, perfect their first meeting. And you just see it over time, like, how he goes back to try and, like, perfect different things in their relationship. And it's a really sweet movie. I don't think AJ's seen it, but he definitely should check it out.
I did not realize that that movie was like that. It's like kind of like a sci-fi type thing.
Yes, it's
That's
really
kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Your number 10.
So my number 10. My number 10 is gonna be. It's kind of similar in a little bit of ways. It's kind of similar to that. Age of Adeline, and it stars Blake Lively, and it has Harrison Ford. And I'm not even gonna bore you with the complicatedness that happens, but yeah, like that film. I think it captivated me in a way. It's very like cinematic, and I think I just kind of gravitated to that, and I really felt the chemistry between the characters. So, yeah, Age of Adeline. That's
a really good movie. It didn't make my list this time, but I really enjoy that story. There's like a narrator who goes over certain things. Like, I really enjoyed like the aesthetic and everything else.
Yeah. All
right, my number 9 is The Spectacular Now with Shailene Woodley and Miles Teller.
That's her side piece, Miles Teller.
I feel like that movie is just like really realistic, and the way they acted together was really great, and the way they had chemistry, and it just shows like how natural conversations can be in movies, and I feel like a lot of movies fail at that, but in that movie they have a lot of natural conversations, and I just really enjoyed the story overall. And my girl Brie Larson is in it too.
So I didn't realize she was in that. That's cool. I've never seen Spectacular Now, but
watch it, man.
Yeah, like romance films are not like I haven't watched a lot of them, but the ones that I have seen, like you'll see what my favorites are. Yeah. So my number 9 is going to be The Photograph. It came out. Did it come out this year? 2020?
Last year.
You sure?
It came out last year.
It came out last year? Okay. 2019. And yeah, like I really enjoyed this film. It stars Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield. I really like both of them, and them together were cool, but I actually gravitated more to, there was like a flashback backstory type thing, and I really enjoyed that romance more than what was showing in the forefront. But you know, overall, it was a really cool movie. I think it was well put together, and it wasn't too dramatic. Like I feel like a lot of films like that get over dramatic and like not really realistic. And I feel like this film it kind of grounded romances in a way.
Yeah, I really liked that movie as well. Like I agree with AJ. I liked the mom's backstory more than Issa Rae's story, but I feel like it did have a lot of heart, and I really did like that movie. Yeah. My number 8 will be Sleepless in Seattle. Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks can do no wrong, okay? This is one of those classic movies that I'll just put on and I can rewatch. And, you know, Tom Hanks is a single dad, and Meg Ryan is longing for a relationship, and it's just a good story. It has, like, it's just so cute, and I don't know if AJ's seen it, but he definitely should check it out if you haven't.
No, I seen that other Meg Ryan movie.
Oh, okay.
With Tom Hanks.
You've got me.
Yeah. That's probably gonna be another
That's
one.
on my list too.
All right, so number 8 is gonna be Her, and this is a very unconventional film, very strange, very weird, but I feel like the cinematics and Joaquin Phoenix's acting, it just kind of blew it out of the water, and just like how he falls in love with the AI, it's just like, what? Like, what is this film? I don't know what it is. I'm confused, but I love it. So that's just kind of like how I felt about that film. I really liked it.
That movie is very different.
It's different.
I don't really consider it like a romance, but it kind of is. But
He
it's just
fell so hard in love with her.
It's just not for me. I don't think.
Yeah, that might be what it is. It's just the film was just not for her.
I thought it was great. Like, Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. Like, and it was very cinematic. Like, the way they shot it was beautiful. Yeah. It's just not for me. But that's because
he fell in love with
he fell in love with this little phone.
With Siri. That was so weird. It was so weird, but it was like so captivating at the same time, in my opinion. But yeah, so go ahead.
All
with
right,
yours. Your next one.
Number 7 we're on is this movie called Once. And it's actually
I know a lot of people like that.
musical type movie, and it was like very low budget movie, but then it like made the Oscars and everything. And if you haven't seen this movie, I think you should definitely check it out. It's not your typical romance because it is kind of about like unrequited love in a bit. And it just like really pulls at your heartstrings, and that soundtrack is just beautiful. It's just, I can listen to it all the time.
Yeah, I've never seen Once.
He's got to check it out.
I've never seen Once. Yeah, like we have such different lists this time, but I haven't seen Once. But I hear that it's really good. I know a lot of folks that enjoy that film, so I have to give it a watch.
Yeah, your number 7.
My number 7 is going to be Best of Me, and I know this is a Nicholas Sparks story. And we don't really talk about Nicholas Sparks that much anymore. We get that. But he knows how to write a story. And this film captivated me. And James Marsden, I believe, is in this film. I can't remember the name of the lady who's in that film. Comment down below if you know the lady who played the love interest in that film. But yeah, like, I remember myself like crying like 3 times during that movie. It was so heartfelt. I showed you that film, but it's really good. It's really good. James Marsden showed me a side of him that I've never seen, so I enjoyed that one. Yeah.
All right, my number 6th movie is Amelie. So this is a French movie, so the whole movie is in French.
I have seen this.
So a lot of people sometimes don't like to watch foreign language movies, but when I first watched this movie, like, I instantly fell in love. Like, the cinematicness, the romance, the main character.
You just said cinematicness.
Yes, the cinematicness.
We're making up words on AJREACTS2.
And she, like, the main character's so quirky, and she's cute, and it's just like a really cute story, and you should definitely check it out. I know it's in French, but hey, what's France created romance, so let's.
What? Okay, we're gonna slide right past that one. But yeah, Amelie, I enjoyed that film too. Yeah. It didn't quite make my list, just because I don't think I've ever rewatched it. I've watched it once, and that's it. So yeah, my number 6 is going to be The Fault in Our Stars, and I had kind of a complicated relationship with this movie because I read the book. I read the book in like one day. Yes, she showed me the book. She showed me the story, and that was before it ever became a movie. But I read the book. I was captivated by the book. But when I watched it in theaters, I didn't really care for it that much. But upon rewatch, I really enjoyed it, and it really got to me. Man, that story is so sad. Yeah. Like, but like,
in
you
a good
feel
way.
it. I mean,
it's
yeah,
like a
it's
good
sad.
Cry.
I guess. I mean, it breaks you. It breaks you down. If you really are invested in the story, it really does break you down, and it has a lot of layers to it. Yeah, if you're into romance films, if you want a good cry, you check this out.
That didn't make my list this time because I have so many favorite romances, but I really do like that story, and I really do enjoy the book and the movie. The movie sometimes was a little cringy, but you know that's.
I didn't think so.
Like Ansel Elgort was a little much for me. So
yeah, I can see that.
I was like, you're trying too hard.
Yeah, I can see that.
Shailene Woodley, I love you, girl.
Shailene Woodley, she did a really good job in this film of portraying the character that she did.
Yeah, for sure.
Ansel Elgort, I think he kind of tried to be a smooth guy, like his character tried to be a smooth guy. But that's how the story was written. That's how his character was written. So I think he did well with what he was given. Before we get into our top fives, please consider smashing that like button, smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a comment what your favorite top 10 or top 3, whatever. What is your favorite romance films? Let us know. We're interested to see.
All right, my number 5th movie is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet. If you haven't seen this movie, what are you doing? You know, it might have been higher on my list a few years ago, but like it always like fluctuates on my list, but it's like such a good movie. Like I try and rewatch it every year because it's kind of like science fiction-y too, because like he's trying to forget her and she's trying to forget him, and it's just such a good story, and like it's just wild. You should just definitely watch it.
Yeah. So my number 5 is going to be 5 Feet Apart, ironically enough. 5 Feet Apart is a film with Cole Sprouse and Haley Lou Richardson. I follow her on Instagram, and I think her name is Haley Lou. So I always call her that for some reason. But yeah, like I really enjoy this film. The chemistry between the two characters, it's based on a true story, but the chemistry between the two characters really resonated with me and really like captivated me. So
yeah, I think I really liked that movie. It didn't make my list this time.
It made me cry.
It made me cry too. It's just like, I don't know, it was missing something for me, I think.
I don't know. I liked it better than The Fault in Our Stars, and it's kind of similar to The Fault in Our Stars. So number 4.
When Harry Met Sally. Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan is the queen of romance movies. Somebody come get me, okay? Yeah. It shows them as like they meet and they drive to New York together, and then they become friends, and then they, you know, they just go through all these trials, and there's so many like quotable things from that movie, and it's just really cute. I really enjoyed that movie. I know AJ doesn't like it as much, but that's okay.
The thing about me and When Harry Met Sally, I think it is a well-made film. I think it is probably revolutionary to the romance comedy, romance game, and it kind of created the formula for those types of movies. It's like, when I say that it's formulaic, it like created the formula. So it's like kind of the first of its kind in a way. And to me, that's how I felt. And so many quotable lines, very iconic film. Yeah. But I just get so frustrated with the characters and their decisions and what they do, where I can't even really enjoy the film. So that's why it's probably one of my lower romance comedy or romance films. I consider it a romance comedy because it has a lot of comedy in it, but
that ending though, let's talk about
it didn't pay off enough for me. Okay. It didn't, but that's her list.
Oh well, hey, that's my list.
Number 4, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's actually higher on my list than hers, and she showed me this film, and she, back in high school, when we were in high school, like she would talk about this film, and I was like, okay, I guess I better watch it. And I really, really like this film. Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey, their chemistry on screen it really, I probably say this a lot, but it resonated with me. It did. It really, it captivated me as well.
You don't see Jim Carrey as like a funny guy. You see him as like a serious person.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed that in this film. And I think I'm kind of enjoying comedians like taking serious roles because I get to see another side of them, not as silly. I don't get to see that Ace Ventura side of Jim Carrey. So yeah, I really enjoyed Eternal Sunshine. I do believe that the film should have had a shorter name. I think it might have reached more people. More people would be more interested in it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it should have just been called Eternal Sunshine. Why not?
No.
Why not?
You just gotta. It has to have that name. It
Why?
Just resonates with the movie and what the movie is about.
There you go. I'm taking my words. Resonates.
Okay.
I probably said it like 20 times in this video.
All right. Number 3.
Number 3. Top 3. We're getting into the top 3.
You've Got Mail. Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. This is the best Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan movie. You can't talk me out of it. And it's kind of like interesting because I think this movie kind of set up where like at first they hate each other and then they fall in love, and they didn't even really, they were messaging each other over like AOL instant message. So it's kind of like the movie that started old like school. You know, like Tinder matches or everything like 90s, like that, like online messaging. 90s
version of that.
Yes, and it's just, I love the story. I love the two characters, and it's just so cute to me. It's just one of my favorites. I could watch it all the time, especially in fall time. It gives me fall vibes.
All right.
AJ?
All right.
Number 3.
My number 3. My number 3 is gonna be Titanic. Yeah, like I've never seen a romance that really got to me the way that this film did, and it is a very long film, and I think it definitely could have been shorter. That's probably the reason why I don't rewatch it as much as I want to, but yeah, like Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet they stole the show with this one, and it was really good film. I'm trying not to say the same words that I keep saying, but yeah, it's good.
I don't know. I don't know how. I'm like probably one of the few girls who doesn't really care about Titanic that much. Like, it's okay. It's just not like, it doesn't pull at my heartstrings as much as other movies. Maybe because it's so long.
It is a very long film. They didn't have to make it that long. They really didn't. They could have cut out a lot of different scenes, a lot of different parts. But you know what would be kind of interesting is if they kind of split it up to like episodes. I really think they should do that with a lot of long films. Like they can split it up into episodes and make it like a limited series. That's easier for me to digest. And some movies have done that. So
true.
I don't know. All
right, number 2.
Getting down to our top 2.
While You Were Sleeping for me. This was one of AJ's romantic comedies. I consider it a romance. It does have comedy, but like this story, like I could watch it probably every year, and it's kind of like based around Christmas time, and I just love the chemistry that Sandy Bullock has with the other actor. I forget his name. It's the dad from Casper. That's all I know, and I think he's hot. So I just think it's so cute. The dad from Casper.
Dad from Casper. He's hot.
He's hot. In that movie only. I don't know any other movies he's been in.
Wait, in Casper or While You Were Sleeping?
Either. Those are the only 2 movies I know him from.
Gotcha.
But it's just so cute, and it's like different, and the ending is so cute, and it's
such a good film.
Tugs at my heartstrings.
It's so good. It's so good. I like that film a lot.
Number 2.
So my number 2 is going to be Pride and Prejudice. It is like, I really enjoy this film, even though I feel there are some things that are problematic with the romance. It really, this is probably the romance film that I rewatched the most, and it's a period piece, and I'm not even that into period pieces, but I really, really enjoy this film. Keira Knightley. I was about to get butchered, but yeah, Keira Knightley, Rosamund Pike, yeah, they really stole the show with this one, and I enjoyed it a lot.
All right. Are we down to number 1?
Yeah.
My number one romance movie is Pride and Prejudice, 2005, Keira Knightley, Matthew McFadyen. Let's talk about it. The cinematography, the soundtrack. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. It has the most beautiful score I've ever heard. It's a period piece, but it's just wonderfully made. The story resonates. It's about family. It's about status. It's about so many things. It's about people misunderstanding each other. And just like the tension between the 2 characters. Oh, it's just like next level. Like sometimes I'll watch it and I'll cry. Other times I'll watch it and I'll just be happy. It's just a movie for all ages, all the time, all the time. I just put it on.
Yeah, you really you love that film.
Yes.
You love that film, and
so
you showed me
good.
that film, and I am grateful because that's a really good one.
And I'm very surprised it was so high on his list.
Yes.
Because we often have arguments.
We debate about this film all the time.
He really doesn't like Mr. Darcy.
Yeah, the thing about Mr. Darcy, I can get into Mr. Darcy, but we're not gonna take, because that could be a whole nother video. But I just feel like Mr. Darcy, he could have done more to win Lizzie's heart. But anyway, we're gonna move on to my number one. My number one is A Star Is Born. I really enjoy the soundtrack to this film, and I really enjoy the romance in this film. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, they did such a phenomenal job, and I never seen Bradley Cooper in this type of role. He is usually, I don't know, like sometimes he can play like in a film that's like kind of a comedy. The Hangover, and then he plays in things that are kind of serious, like Limitless. But this film, it was different. He played a musician, kind of. He had issues. He had a past, a broken man, and he met this woman, and she really helped him. And by the end of the film, no spoilers, but by the end of the film, it wasn't really what you expected when you watched when you started watching the film. Yeah. So I really love that. I really love when films kind of break the formula, kind of give you something different than what you've seen so many times before. So I think that's one reason why it's my number one.
I really do enjoy that movie as well. Like, AJ can attest to how much I listen to that soundtrack. I think last year...
She enjoys the soundtrack more than the movie, I think.
I think the soundtrack last year was my number one most listened album on iTunes, Apple Music. So yeah, I am a fan of that. The one thing for me in that is I don't know how well Lady Gaga's acting is in comparison to Bradley Cooper's. And Bradley Cooper is really like out there, and he like tears at your heartstrings. But I really do enjoy that movie as well.
I don't know. I enjoyed Lady Gaga's acting in this film.
Yeah.
Even though she's not an actress, and it's definitely could be improved upon, but I thought it was good for what it was. So yeah, that's going to be our list, our top 10 favorite romance list. Let us know in the comments what your favorites are, top 10, top 3. Just let us know. We're interested in that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd, AJREACTS2 all across the board. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.